Hello, in this lesson I would like to introduce you to styles. Now, others and exercise files was some text already typed in. You are welcome to use it or just go ahead and open up link one and use your own document. I'm going to go ahead and put my insertion point on the script that says title of the report because wherever your insertion point is where the style will be applied. I am on my home ribbon right up here and the right hand side is a group that's called styles. And right above that is what we call a gallery. When you hit the drop down arrow, there is a gallery. In art gallery of all the styles, what you have to do is float your mouse around to the different styles and you can see the title of report where I had clicked before I started this. Watch it change. I am not clicking any of these. I'm just floating my mouse on them. And then basically you can decide which one you like and which one you want to use. Now there's one here says intense code and I can tell in the background it did change it. So if I go to this one, let's see intense code. What's the change? I like the style of it. I'm gonna select that particular one. So I will go ahead and just click it, applies it, and there you go. Now I still have the ability to format this. I think the font size is a little small if it gonna be the title of the report. So I'm gonna select all the text in that line and I'm gonna come up here and hit a up arrow few times until I decide I like the size of the font, which is why I prefer this A up and A down instead of guessing which size I might like. I can actually view which size I like the font large and font smaller buttons. Okay, let's go ahead and go to topic one right over here. So I'm gonna put my insertion point on top of that one. Go back to my gallery. I decide I like this one. The heading 4 because it's blue and it's italicized and I select it and I can click on it. Now notice when I flip my mouse over the top of it, a little arrow shows up on the right hand side. Now this happens with headings in the styles. You can actually collapse it. What is under that heading? Now you are going to see everything vanish on my screen as soon as I select that arrow because everything it belongs to that heading. Okay, it's just a nice way to collapse your heading so you can actually work with just your headings. Alright, now I'm gonna click on top of 2, go right up here. I have got my heading 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use heading 2 this time. Looks a lot different. Shows up with an arrow off to the left. I can collapse that one and everything underneath vanishes. But the top one was lying and top one is as it is. Okay, now I can collapse this one as well. So that's how you can collapse your heading. You can, it's just easier to format, all right. So I'm gonna head and go here, subtopic, and we will do heading 3 on this one. So I have got quite a nice variety of styles going on here, but the font styles and fonts are a little different. As I click, that one says Arial. I want them all to Calibri. So I'm gonna click and drag all of this. So I'm going to force them to be Calibri. Now, Calibri is applied, but notice the font size is confused because there's different sizes and that's okay. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Alright, one more thing I'm gonna show you. When you use styles, which of course make sure you use headings, if you click on the view right up here, there is a button that called the navigation pane. I would highly recommend you turn that on because the navigation pane allows you to click around your document on any area you want, and I love the navigation pane for that reason. Generally, when I'm working on the document, always have my navigation pane on because I have always got my heading from the styles gallery located on the home ribbon. I hope you use those. They are a kind of fun. Alright, thank you. Hello, in this lesson we will talk about formatting text with fonts and colors. We will go ahead and use this document. Topic 1, bold and yellow. The base rule is this, you have to highlight what you want to work with. Now I can do a click, I drag, I can double click just to select a word, I can triple click to select a paragraph. In this line, there is only one line. I can float my mouse off to the left in the margin and select an entire line. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select this particular line. When I highlight the line, a minibar comes up. If I wanna bold, I can just click bold. There you go. So basically we are going to do what the line tells us to do, bold and yellow. Let's go ahead and do the next one, topic 2, italicize and red. Now whatever I highlight, a minibar comes up. I like that because it's right where I need it. It's convenient. But let's remember that on the home ribbon, they are all our font group and everything. Not all of these items are on that minibar. Right over here, I'm going to click access bar. So let's go ahead and this time I'm going to hit italicize. And then we are going to make changes to red. So I hit the drop down arrow on my font color and choose any one of the red. There we go. Now number 3. Let's see underlying blue. So I will go ahead and click the underline on my home ribbon. I will choose blue color. There we go. This one is strike through or you can say strike out. So the strike through is not on my minibar. It is only on here on my font group and it's called strike through here. When I clicked it, it's gonna put a line right through all the text. Used often in legal offices when they are all strike through things instead of deleting them and then retype text. Okay, and then bold, italicize, underline on this particular one. I'm going to use keyboard to apply the bold with Control B, Control I, Control U. So I did the bold, italicize, underline. Now in this particular case, I like that a lot. I want to use that, but I want to apply everything I just did, those 3 steps of that underline. I want to apply all those steps to the next line. Okay, text of topic 4. So we are going to use a paint formatter that is on my quick access bar or on my home ribbon. So just select the paragraph and hit this button. When I hit my format painter, my mouse turns into a little tiny paintbrush and I can actually just wipe that paintbrush right over here on the another word and there it applies all those fonts right here. I love that format painter. Now as far as the bold, italicized, underline with the keyboard, I do want to point out to you when you float your mouse on any of these, It says bold says control B, italic says control I, underline says control U. It's teaching you. All you have to do is read and learn and decide if you want to try that or not. Okay, one last little bit of magic in here. It's called a drop gap. I'm gonna highlight just the first letter of this paragraph. And this feature is not on my home ribbon. It is actually on the inside ribbon. Way over here is a little feature. Drop down arrow. I have three options. I have none, dropped, in margin. So I'm just floating my mouse and you can see how it affects it. You will see this often in books or magazines articles, often use the drop cap feature as so I will do this one and do this one in margin so you can see how it totally changes it. It takes the first letter of first word and adds a style to it. That's all that is. So, alright, that's it for this lesson. Please practice those. Get good at applying formats to your text. Thank you.